to Breakthrough Originals, where we bring you powerful and inspiring stories from around the world. Thanks for being a part of our mission to educate, inspire, and grow together. Today's episode is in association with Bridge to Business, a community where entrepreneurs from different fields connect, collaborate, and grow. We have a very interesting guest today. We have Parimal Kalekar with us. He's a successful entrepreneur, a TEDx speaker, and a nationally published author. He's the visionary behind the brand Licksters. The beloved brand featured on Shark Tank India, now spread across 30 locations in 8 states. He is known for blending creativity with quality. Parimal has redefined what it means to build standout products in today's market. Get ready to dive into the journey of a founder who's constantly pushing boundaries and setting new benchmarks in innovation. Welcome to the show, Parimal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction.
We'll start with the company affirmation. I am making my way
I am making my way
towards my breakthrough every day.
Towards my breakthrough every day.
Of course, everybody knows Licksters, but I would like to tell the audience about the brand a little bit.
All right.
If you could give a short introduction about Licksters.
Licksters is a premium popsicle brand, and we were one of the pioneers who started this entire journey of creating something that is made out of real fruit and not just artificial colors and flavorings. We started around 6 years ago. The journey started with us, me and my wife, actually going through a challenge where we were not eating any kind of dairy products as well as sugar for almost 100 days. During that time, it was peak of summer and we were only eating fruits. We are both fans of ice creams, and my actual plan was to start something into ice creams when I retire so that I can eat more and serve a little bit.
Okay.
It happened for us much earlier because once the challenge was over, we went back to our typical ice creams and we found the taste of fruit was actually missing. So we thought, let us start something by ourselves where we are serving something which we really would like to eat. And that is when we saw internationally this idea of premium popsicles, or in US or in Mexico, they called as paletas, pure pulp-based popsicles, was picking up. We thought this is something was missing in the market. And that is when we started experimenting by ourselves. It took us almost a year's time, and that is how we started. And that's why we call ourselves an ingredient-forward brand.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So it was a lockdown fine?
Much before lockdown. So we started in 2019 April, and before we could hit a year, lockdown actually started.
Oh,
So we survived the lockdown as a business.
yeah. Amazing. So you always wanted to be a startup person, or you were experimenting with jobs before this, or how was it?
Yes, I actually got into a job. I was working with American Express. I was working with the premium cards division for a long time, meeting a lot of celebrities, working over there. Then the 2009 recession actually hit, and I was actually fired from the organization or let go from the organization by that time. And that is when I thought I'm never going to get back into a job. I'm going to start something by my own where I have more control. And that is how my journey started.
See, that's a statement that whosoever is wanting to quit their job and start their own business, that's a sign.
Maybe, yes.
Tell me about you and your wife. How did you guys come together and bring ice creams? Was it her favorite and you did it for her as an experiment at home? How was it?
To answer the second question first, it is my favorite and she is participating.
Okay.
So that is the story. We met in a very interesting way. She is from Tamil Nadu, I am from Maharashtra. It so happened that this is the month, around July, last month. It has almost been around 10, 11, 13 years now, where I got a strange message from a girl saying that there was a Shadi.com profile that was shared with me, just a snapshot saying that, is this you? The photo was mine. It was taken for my novel. Somebody had posted a review for it, but the name was something in Tamil. And I was like, no, this is not me. The photo is mine for sure. So there was a doubt in her mind that it's a fake profile created by me or someone else. And that is how we got into talking. She is a Tamilian. She was looking, her family was interested in looking for an alliance. And she loved the photograph. And from there, it was almost 2 months of journey where she was constantly trying to find the guy on LinkedIn or somewhere else. She could not find it. By then, she put the photo in Google goggles and she got to know this is not a Tamil guy. This is a Maharashtrian guy. So that is how we met, and the interesting journey began from there.
How did she get in touch with you after looking for the
Facebook. So she got to know the name was something else. Then she asked me, is this you? I said, no, this is not me. The photo is definitely mine. And that is how we got into talking.
That's so interesting. And you guys are married now.
It took us almost 3 years to convince our parents. It was not easy. It was almost the 2 states kind of a story. Both the parents extremely hell-bent on the idea that for her it was no Tamil, no Shadi. For me it was the same thing. No Maharashtrian, no wedding. So yes, challenging but fun.
Very interesting actually. And I've also heard that when the right person comes next to you, you can build together bigger.
I think that is the best thing happened to me.
Yeah.
My life took a drastic shift only after I got married. I always had big aspirations and dreams, but I think my wife actually made huge amount of changes in the way I started working, I started perceiving things, and I started executing things. I was just telling her yesterday that earlier, even to taunt an employee and make them understand that they have come in late was very difficult for me. I come from a very, very conservative family where I have been always taught to be nice. Go to relatives, don't ask for food, don't speak a lot. Speaking something out of the turn and making them feel a little bit bad about their behavior and making them feel conscious that they should not be doing it was not part of my nature. I think my wife actually changed me a lot. That is one of the biggest changes, because when you communicate better, only then things start happening for you better. So many things are in your mind. Most of the time you get into that mode of being really conservative and not speaking them out loud.
Yeah.
That has to change.
Of course. So she's been a very big motivator, and
I think she is the reason I am here right now.
how nice. That's so nice. So tell me more about your journey of getting into your first startup. Was this your first startup?
Not really. My first startup was actually into hiring for hospitality industry. So I am from a hospitality background. So we started hiring for companies like Cafe Coffee Day, Domino's, KFC, especially for the GSA kind of a profile, which is called as guest service associate. So that is how I started, specifically for hospitality. It did not work out so well, my first venture. The second venture started doing better. Whatever learnings I had, I implemented over there. By the time it was my third venture, my wife joined me. So we were doing business simulation programs for MBA and BBA schools across India. Raisoni College in Nagpur was one of our prime clients. For every batch that used to join, we used to conduct 2 levels of simulations for them. The idea was to give them practical learning, not just theoretical books that they learn, get to implement something special. And that is when we started thinking, okay, we should have a product also, because service is a very dynamic industry and product will help us understand these things more and implement whatever we are teaching more. And that is how Licksters happened. So this is my fourth venture.
Okay. So the fourth venture genuinely took off, and now the country knows about it.
I think so.
So the service-based startups are still running?
Not really. Now we don't have time for them. Licksters has actually taken us to a level where we are fully focused on that.
Yeah. And how do you manage it all? Like family, work, so many employees, multiple franchisees?
I think working together makes it a lot more easier, because there are 2 people to think all the time and there is a lot of ideas that we can exchange. I don't know, there are so many solo entrepreneurs. How do they do it? I have no idea, because I cannot think about something and execute by myself. I really need my wife's suggestions or opinions on it. Sometimes she shoots it down. That is also okay, a part of it, but that only makes it better. So I think 2 of us managing a team of almost 35 employees,
Wow.
it has grown to that level. So it's good. As of now, it is really fun.
I've seen your new office also. It looks wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Coming to the favorite topic that everyone's excited to hear about, your Shark Tank journey.
All right.
And we just want to know, firstly, do they genuinely help, and what they show on camera is real or not?
See, for us, the journey was very different. We wanted to be on Shark Tank because we knew we started from Nagpur. So I would suggest everybody to go for Shark Tank, because the national platform that it puts you on, you cannot get it anywhere else. So that is the reason we went over there. But my overall experience, I won't say was so nice. I feel Indian Shark Tank is very much dramatized.
Yeah.
The entire episode shoots for almost 1.5 hours plus. They only showed 10 minutes of it. Especially in our episode, we faced that out of the 5 sharks, 4 sharks had already invested in a similar brand in the previous season. Already had stated very openly they have a conflict of interest for which they would not invest. We had only 1 shark left. So it was almost like 80% of the tank was against us. And that is unfair. If they really wanted us to perform as a businessman over there and grow, they would have sharks that would be ready to invest. Then it would be a very fair chance. In our case, it went a little bit haywire here and there, because they were almost hell-bent on making us feel as if we are not doing so, because their competitor brand will somehow suffer if they start praising us.
Yeah.
Especially in our case, if I have to tell you very openly, if you see even the promo, initially Anupam Mittal was so happy to see our quirky packaging. He was like, I love it, I love it, I love it. The moment Piyush Bansal actually came and asked us a question saying that, okay, there was a competitor brand that we invested in last year. Are you saying that 20 rupees product is not natural? And I asked him, they have a flavor called as bubblegum. Does bubblegum as a flavor appear in nature? The moment I said that, Anubhav Mittal got really angry and he started lashing out about our logo, about it being suggestive. All these things happened. And after we came out, we realized it is highly dramatized. It is not like the US Shark Tank where they are really helpful. They are genuinely interested in knowing. They really want to take the brand ahead. They are there sitting for their own agendas, and somehow for us at least, and after we came out also, we observed it in multiple brands. It's not that great. It should become much better. I think sharks need to, in India at least, need to change that atmosphere where it is more helpful.
Yeah.
It is more critical. It is more about making fun of the brands. It is more about supporting, which is already big.
Yeah.
So that way I feel it's a little skewed, but nothing gets you that level of publicity. I would not take away the amount of publicity we got from Shark Tank. If we have grown to 30 stores, a big part of it is Shark Tank.
Sure.
I would really love if the experience could have been really amazing the way it happens for some brands.
Yeah. So for the brands who want to showcase their brands on that platform, how do you think they can reach out to Shark Tank, and what's the process of getting on board?
I think the process is very open and very simple. You need to apply for it the moment they open the season. Once you apply, then the next actually process is, if you are shortlisted, then they start giving you a lot of questionnaires with a lot of presentations to make, as well as a 3-minute video. That video actually sets you apart from the other brands that are over there. Financial numbers and everything is asked well in advance in greater detail.
Okay.
Once all that is done, only then you move to the third round, where it is an audition that happens maybe in Mumbai or Bangalore. It's like a mini tank. The team is sitting over there. They ask you questions the way sharks will ask. You are supposed to present the product as well. If everything goes well, and if they are also able to see that the product may fare very well in the tank, then you get a chance for a final audition that happens in front of shark.
Right.
Even after that, it is not certain that you will definitely appear.
Okay.
Out of the 300 plus brands that they shoot, hardly 200, at least 100 people go for the shoot, but do not get aired.
Okay.
So the process is quite simple, and the only thing that they are looking for is, are you able to differentiate yourself well in the market or not?
Yeah.
Will it appear great on the tank or not?
I saw the entire episode and I thought that 70% of it was mostly constructive criticism, I would like to say. But what do you genuinely think about it?
For us, it was a shock, because it was almost 2.5 years, 3 years before we went into the tank, and we already had 3-4 stores. For years, we were used to listening to people or hearing people in the background saying, the moment they eat jamun, it was like, ye to asli hai. And when we went on the tank, Aman Gupta was the first one who took the bite, enjoyed the bite, and said, boss, taste nahi aa raha hai. So the episode took a turn so drastically for us. So we were not ready for it. That is how Indian reality TV actually hits you. And then we realized at the end of it that, okay, they already had invested in a company, and we were expecting them to say the same thing that we were hearing for a long time. But they were never going to say it, because they had already invested in a brand where there was a conflict of interest. You can even see Amit Jain at the end asking Piyush Bansal, "Fir tank pe baithe hi kyun ho, invest nahi karna hai to." So when we came out, it felt so unfair for us, because we were preparing for almost 6 months. There we were sitting in that studio for 3 days, preparing our pitch again and again, practicing again and again, and we were really hoping for a real, genuine chance to impress. But then we realized, okay, Indian reality TV is a little different. People enjoy drama over here much more than that. Nowadays, I feel that slowly and steadily the tank is changing, and I hope it changes for even better.
Everybody knows India runs on emotions, and that is what they try to do. As long as their TRP is going up, then nothing else matters.
I think that's why they keep on reposting the video, because the TRP on that episode was nice.
But of course, it gives you a platform to fame. We can't deny the fact.
No doubt. People keep on asking me everywhere. Wherever I go, in every college, they ask me, should we be going to tank after this? I said, definitely, you should never leave that chance, because nothing gets your publicity like the way Shark Tank does. Being from a smaller town, you definitely need that push. People are always happy to say, I got a franchise from Mumbai, I got a franchise from Bangalore to my town. But Shark Tank makes it happen where a smaller town brand is able to go out as well.
Yeah, but Nagpur is not small anymore.
I know. Now, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I offended a few people.
Now coming to your franchisee model, I want to know, go back to the first time you gave the franchisee to someone. How did you feel? Was it like your baby giving away?
We started this business with the idea of scaling up. The business that we had before this was completely dependent on both of us. We used to do trainings, and the trainings were almost 5 days long. and nobody could replicate it. So the idea of starting Licksters was to have something that is scalable. We gave our franchise within 9 months of starting the business itself because people were queuing outside Licksters in the small store inside the lane. They really found the product to be different. And that is what we were trying to teach constantly students, that differentiate or die. It's one of the best books I have ever read in terms of marketing. That simply says if people are not able to see the difference, it doesn't matter if you feel the difference. It is not about genuinely discovering a new product or coming up with a new idea. It is all about creating that feature for the customer where they feel they are being delighted in a different way.
Yeah.
That worked for us. We got the franchise. Unfortunately for us, by the time the franchise started, the lockdown hit. The first franchise itself was run entirely during the lockdown. So our experience was a little bittersweet, but it was nice.
Yeah. And which was the first franchisee you gave it to?
The second store in Nagpur itself was the franchise.
Okay.
It started in the lockdown time. The franchise owner was not so happy because the lockdown continued for a really long time. Then he got a job offer somewhere else. We acquired the store back.
Okay.
And that was one of the best deals that we did. The moment we had both the stores in our control, our growth actually exponentially grew.
The ROI must have really gone up because you all were personally looking into it.
Yes.
And what's the USP of the product?
I think you need to taste it. The moment you take the first bite, you realize that it is made of pure fruit, not just fruits on the packet. It tastes like real fruit. 70 to 80% pure fruit is what you will never get out of any competitor business. Right now, there are multiple brands that started after us, after we were on the Shark Tank. We have even molten their products, seen how they are, but nobody is even willing to go beyond 20% fruit. It's all about being on platforms and being highly promoted, but nobody is focusing on quality. I think that is the only thing that has made us grow so much. I would say most of our franchises have been taken by customers of the product and not where we have advertised and got a franchisee somewhere else.
And when you all were doing, you all started this at home basically, the experiments and
Yes.
So did you guys thought of the profitability at that time? You all had any idea what scale is this going to go up to?
By then, yes, we had a few financial modelings done because we were teaching all these things. But no, we did not think how big the scale would be and how will we manage it, because we do not come from a background where somebody who's tell us you need this bigger machine, you need these many team members. That was, we had a rough idea. That's it. The leap of faith was, yes, we want to grow it.
Because you've tapped into so many locations, every customer in every city is different. And
Right.
how do you end up retaining all of them from different regions as well? That is the main thing.
One of the best thing that happened was we started in Maharashtra, from where we went to Chhattisgarh and then we went to Gujarat. Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, definitely different states, different kind of customer profile. But in both the places, we realized out of the 10 customers that walk in, 7 at least we are able to retain because of the quality of the product. The way we are able to reach through the right influencers, the right kind of promotions, we are able to retain that kind of a customer, invite the right customer in. The second question is really interesting because recently we have started expansion towards the south. So down south, the requirement of amount of sugar or the kind of flavor palette is very different.
Yeah.
They are looking for more sweeter fruits. On the northern side, like Gujarat, right now it's going to be Navratri season very soon. They constantly are asking about what are the fasting friendly flavors. We are one of the rare brands which have a big portfolio of vegan popsicles which are completely fasting friendly. South, very different. They will ask for flavors like chiku, they will ask for flavors that are more sweeter on the side. So by making smaller batches for those regions, we are able to capture that market as well. So we experiment with bigger batches for the southern region kind of a product they are asking for, and make small batches and get to experiment with the northern region as well. So because of having an in-house manufacturing facility, we are able to do all these things. Most of the brands that we see in the region are almost everyone into contract manufacturing, where neither the product is consistently made, neither it is something that they are able to experiment that fast. We have that ability to do it over here.
Yeah. And where does the production happen?
Everything happens in Nagpur. So be it Bikaner or Bangalore, everything is shipped from Nagpur, and we would like to keep it that way, in our control at least. Even though if one day manufacturing facility becomes decentralized, we would never like to give it away to anybody else.
Do you guys plan to come on Blinkit or Zepto anytime soon?
As of now, we are thinking of a different product line for them. May not be the exact same product because that may become a little unfair to our franchise owners. At the same time, I feel these platforms have a very different kind of a work culture as of now. It's very performance driven. It's very much money oriented and you need to invest a huge amount of money to drive that vertical. So we would rather like to focus on what we are doing right now, capture the market in a much better way, and then expand with a better understanding and more funding to grow. It is not something that you should jump in just with an excite. To survive and grow over there, you really need a lot of understanding, a lot of money as well.
So talking about the graph that you guys have had, it has been huge in terms of your monetary growth over the past few years. If you could give a small...
We started with a really, I would say, a very humble revenue of around 7 lakh rupees. When we said it on Tank, Aman Gupta actually laughed at us. By the time we came to the third year, it was already 2 crore rupees. So then that is when he took it seriously, okay. Because the moment he laughed at us, we got a little bit of a shock. How can they do this to us? But then by the time it was third year, it was 2 crore. Last year, we have already clocked more than 5 crore rupees of brand revenue. So growing at a good rate. This is the year we have actually signed more stores. Last year we had around 9-10 stores. Now we have almost 30 plus active stores. So I think by next year, we should be crossing around 8 to 10 crore.
Was the startup completely bootstrapped when it began?
Yes, the startup was bootstrapped. It is still bootstrapped. We haven't taken any investment till now. It has survived on its own growth and we have taken bank funding. So that is the way it has been till now.
And what about the future expansion? We're all excited to see where Lickster goes from here.
Very happy to say that we have not only expanded outside Maharashtra. There are a couple of cities where there are more than 1 stores in a city. Like Baroda has 3 stores. Nagpur has only 2. So I'm very happy that people have taken the brand, have appreciated the product and has grown. Almost 30 stores crossed. The idea is to finish this year by 50 stores itself. So we are pushing for it. The sales team, all of us are working really hard to close 50 stores by the end of this year itself.
What do you think एक franchisee owner का mindset क्या होना चाहिए?
मुझे लगता है इंडिया में बहुत ज़्यादा रेस्टोरेंट इंडस्ट्री के फ्रेंचाइजी के बारे में बात होती है और सबसे ज़्यादा ब्रांड्स भी रेस्टोरेंट इंडस्ट्री में ही है. इन माई लास्ट 6 years ऑफ ऑपरेशंस व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड इज इंडिया में अगर आपको फूड बिजनेस करना है तो आप इस माइंडसेट के साथ जाइए कि मुझे सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट पसंद है या फिर ये प्रोडक्ट मेरे सिटी में नहीं है इसलिए मैं इसको लाना चाहता हूँ. इसके आगे आपको सोचना बहुत जरूरी है. ये दोनों आइडियाज बहुत अच्छे हैं. ये प्रोडक्ट मेरे सिटी में नहीं है, अगर मैं ये लाता हूँ तो मुझे इमीडिएट रिस्पांस मिलेगा. और मोस्ट फ्रेंचाइज ओनर्स इंडिया में बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड होते हैं जब वो शुरुआत में बिजनेस कर रहे होते हैं या स्टार्ट कर रहे होते हैं. बट एक लॉन्ग टर्म माइंडसेट, एक ओवरऑल अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि हर मंथ मुझे मेरे दिमाग में एक चैलेंज लेना पड़ेगा कि मैं क्या टारगेट अचीव करना चाहता हूँ और उसके लिए मैं क्या करने के लिए रेडी हूँ. इंडिया में मैक्सिमम फ्रेंचाइज ओनर इस माइंडसेट के साथ आता है अगर मैंने फ्रेंचाइजी ले ली है तो कुछ अपने आप हो जाएगा. मैं किराना दुकान की तरह रोज शटर ओपन करूंगा और अपने आप सेल हो जाएगा. दैट माइंडसेट नीड्स टू चेंज. मोस्ट फ्रेंचाइज ओनर शुरुआत में बहुत एक्साइटेड होते हैं बट एक लॉन्ग टर्म कमिटमेंट आपको होना बहुत जरूरी है. कोई भी बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं, अगर आप अपना भी स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट करते हैं तो हमारे लिए भी हुआ. 2nd ईयर में ही कोविड आ गया. 2nd और 3rd ईयर हमें सर्वाइव करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट था. बट हम अगर उस समय पर हार मान जाए और एक्सेप्ट कर ले कि मार्केट कभी बदलेगा ही नहीं तो हमने शायद बंद कर लिया होता. जो मोस्ट फ्रेंचाइज ओनर्स के साथ होता है, मुझे नहीं लगता कि मोस्टली फ्रेंचाइजीज इसीलिए बंद होती है कि ब्रांड सही नहीं कर रहा है. मुझे लगता है उसमें बहुत सारा हाथ एक फ्रेंचाइज ओनर का भी होता है. ये दोनों का एक कोलैबोरेटिव एफर्ट है. अकेले फ्रेंचाइजर कुछ नहीं कर सकता है और अकेले फ्रेंचाइजी भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. बट हर महीना, अगर मेरा 5 साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, 60 महीने हैं मेरे पास, 60 महीने हर महीना मैं अगर सोचूंगा कि मुझे क्या अचीव करना है तो दोनों मिलके ग्रोथ अचीव कर सकते हैं. आई थिंक ये माइंडसेट इंडिया में मिसिंग है. बहुत आसान है इमीडिएटली 3 महीने में सोचना. कुछ स्टोर्स में ऐसा होता है कि पहले 3 महीने तूफान सेल होता है क्योंकि वो सिटी बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस देती है और फ्रेंचाइज ओनर बहुत ज़्यादा खुश होकर मार्केटिंग बंद कर देता है कि इससे ज़्यादा मैं हैंडल ही नहीं कर सकता. उसको उसका कास्केडिंग इफेक्ट 3 महीने बाद दिखता है जब सेल डिप होता है एंड तब वो पैनिक मार्केटिंग करता है. एंड पैनिक मार्केटिंग से बुरा कुछ भी नहीं. तब कोई कस्टमर उसमें इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होता है. कंसिस्टेंट एफर्ट टूवर्ड्स ग्रोथ इज नीडेड. वो एक माइंडसेट मुझे लगता है कि इंडिया में चेंज होना ज़रूरी है. अभी हम लोग भी इसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें कर रहे हैं वेयर वी आर मेकिंग देम अवेयर. हम लोग उनको काफ़ी ट्रेन करते हैं कि ये माइंडसेट से पहले दिन से बाहर आ जाए. कंसिस्टेंसी दिमाग में रखे, बजट्स दिमाग में रखे, वर्किंग कैपिटल के लिए रेडी रहें. ये भी एक चैलेंज इंडिया में है कि लोग ओपनली कभी नहीं बताते फ्रेंचाइज शुरू करने से पहले कि कितना कैपिटल लेकर आए हैं. दे कम विद वेरी शॉर्ट कैपिटल एंड विद इन 2 months व्हेन दे हैव एग्जॉस्टेड एवरीथिंग, तब वो हमारे पीछे एकदम फ्रेंचाइजर के पीछे पड़ जाते हैं कि अभी क्या करें. वेयरएज आप बिजनेस शुरू कर रहे हैं तो आपने एटलीस्ट 1 साल के लिए रेडी होना चाहिए कि मुझे इस बिजनेस को यहाँ सेटल करना है. अगर आप 1 ही महीने का पैसा लेकर आएंगे और उस महीना सब सही नहीं हुआ, देन आप इमीडिएटली सोच नहीं सकते कि अब क्या करें. थोड़ा कुशन लेकर, थोड़ा टाइम लेकर और एक कंसिस्टेंट माइंडसेट के साथ आए कि मुझे तो इसको बढ़िया चलाना है। आपने ट्रस्ट तो दे दिया ब्रांड को, अब आगे चलाइए, हम भी सपोर्ट करेंगे। सो आई थिंक ये एक चेंज मैं देखना ज़रूर चाहूँगा और ये एक चेंज के लिए हम भी बहुत पुश कर रहे हैं।
आपकी SOPs तो must be in place now, but initially like how did you manage to put the SOPs right?
हमारा माइंडसेट पहले से था कि हम प्रोसेसेस बनाएंगे। उस समय पर भी हम बहुत ज़्यादा सोचते थे, लिखते थे, काफ़ी प्रोसेसेस बनाने की कोशिश करते थे और उसका हमें फ़ायदा काफ़ी दिनों बाद हुआ। जब हम पहले कर रहे थे तब हमारे पास बहुत टीम मेंबर्स नहीं थे। पहले 6 महीना तो मैं और मेरी वाइफ ही पॉप्सिकल बना रहे थे और बोलते थे 6 लोग हैं। उस समय हम चीज़ें लिख के रखते थे कि आगे क्या करना है, टीम आएगी तो क्या होगा। ये सारी चीज़ें हमारे लिए कोविड में काम आई। जब मुझे कोविड हुआ एंड आई वॉज इन द हॉस्पिटल फॉर ऑलमोस्ट अ मंथ्स टाइम, तब हमारी सारी टीम ने जितने प्रोसेसेस सेट किए थे उस पर काम किया और विदाउट अ सिंगल डेज फेल और विदाउट मिसिंग आउट ऑन एनी प्रोडक्ट सब कुछ कंसिस्टेंटली किया। सो प्रोसेसेस पहले दिन से होने चाहिए। लर्निंग आपको कॉन्स्टेंटली आएगा ही, बिकॉज हर बिजनेस अलग है, आपके चैलेंजेस अलग है, आपका इवोल्यूशन अलग है। सो आपको उसको एक्सेप्ट करके कॉन्स्टेंटली मूव करना ही पड़ेगा। इसी तरीके से हमने ग्रो किया।
आपने बोला कि जब टीम आई भी नहीं थी तभी वो डिसाइडिंग कि टीम आएगी तो मैं ये करूंगा। सो डज दैट मीन यू बिलीव इन मैनिफेस्टेशन?
Yes, in a certain way, but not in the classical way of the book. What is the book?
The Secret.
The Secret. Not really. I don't have blind faith. I believe a lot in karma. I believe a lot in manifestation as well. I really would love to visualize what I have to achieve or what I have already achieved. But at the same time, I would constantly focus on if I'm doing the right thing to get the right kind of energy and move in that direction also. This is pink guava. मुझे चिली पाउडर का सैशे मिल सकता है? I won't eat it without it.
So while you enjoy your chili guava flavor, can we start with a small game?
Yes.
It's called Popsicle Truth Bites.
All right.
And first, I want to know which flavors are these and which are your top 3.
All right. The first one on your left is the pink guava. India's favorite right now. Next to it, the 3-layered one is the Gadbad popsicle. That is the favorite of Mangalore. उसके बाद tropical pineapple, one of my favorites. The next one, which is India's favorite right now, is the 4-in-1 rainbow popsicle. It has 4 different layers. It has jamun, kiwi, pineapple, and strawberry. Bottom, on the right-hand side, you see that is Kaju Gulkan. Right now, this is something new we are trying, the Indian traditional flavors. And the last one, which is the highest seller for us across India, that is Jazzy Jamun. And pink guava is always enjoyed with the red chili and salt mix that we send with the popsicle. So if you are getting it at home, please do try this or ask for this.
So guys, don't miss out on the pink guava, which I'm very excited to have now. So we are playing Popsicle Truth Bites, and every time you've done this while building your business, you have to take a bite of your popsicle.
All right, if I have not done it,
Then you don't take a bite.
all right,
Okay, done. So choose a flavor and be ready.
I am going to go with pink guava today.
Super. So have you ever made a flavor so bad that even you wouldn't eat it again?
No, I have tried all of them.
So you will have all your flavors.
Yes, we have killed a lot of them, but never have made something that I did not like.
And while choosing the flavors, have you ever had a conflict with your wife? Did you ever pretend to be a customer to spy on your own staff? I love this. Have you ever launched a product just because it looked good on Instagram?
Never.
Have you ever copied or got inspired by a competitor's idea that made it better?
Definitely. Always open to good ideas.
Lovely. Have you ever had a meltdown like your own popsicle is not doing well during a pitch or an investor meeting?
Only it happened on Shark Tank. So, no, did not have a meltdown, but was shocked for sure.
Okay, next is, did you ever bribe a friend or a family member to post about your product?
Never.
आपने लास्ट मिनट कभी कोई प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च के पहले चेंजेस किए हैं फ्लेवर्स में?
हाँ, काफी बार.
Have you ever said this is going to be the next Amul out loud?
Yes, definitely.
Have you tasted every single flavor that you ever launched?
Yes.
Have you ever rejected a flavor idea that later became a super hit?
Yes. Actually,
कौन सा flavor था?
Kit Kat popsicle.
Interesting. Did you ever regret starting your any flavor कि यार ये क्यों launch कर दिया?
Always learning.
And Shark Tank investors के सामने pitch भूलने की nervousness थी?
बहुत. We actually did forget a little bit. हमने एक और limerick बनाया था. Was difficult to recreate.
That's it for the game, but thanks for being such a sport. Now we'll choose your top 3 favorite flavors out of this, and I would love to try one.
Alright, if you are into creamy things, try the Gudward Popsicle. If you like something that is really light and something that is tropical, try the pineapple with the chili and salt mix.
This one.
Yes, that will give you a flavor of being in Goa, where they serve pineapple slices with a lot of chili. So you should definitely try the mix.
Lovely.
So this is something I always eat actually.
Bas, I'm done with chili salt. Okay, Parimal, look at this amazing logo that you've made. I really want to know, do you have a story about the logo? Guys, I want you all to like check this out. Look at this packaging and look at the logo.
Because of being into business, we started very small, so we could never hire a designer. So we were constantly thinking of creating some kind of an association with the Popsicle brand. And that is where somewhere after hundreds of tries, I got to this R letter where I could create a man holding a popsicle. And it has been a signature for us.
It's a very cool thing.
Thank you so much.
And what about your name, like Licksters? How did that come?
I was thinking about it for a long time, what should be the brand name like. And the idea was to create a brand name that is more of for the younger generation, for the kids, and something that can be international as well. If we would have given a very Indian or a Desi name, we always felt the challenge would be to grow beyond the borders. And that is why we wanted an English name. And as I said on the Shark Tank as well, I saw my grandfather holding a popsicle and licking it. It's such a normal thing, maybe a little naughty, but still, that is a very true emotion of having a popsicle in the hand. So I thought the word should be related to lick only. And somebody who licks it can be called as a Licksters. So that is how we got the name.
Very nice.
Once we heard it, we thought it rings really nice. And once you say it, it always stays in your mind.
Yeah. And the ideation of the logo is something that I really liked.
Thank you so much.
Where the R is showing the man eating the popsicle. You also spoke about keeping the name in a way that you can go international. So do you have plans going international?
We definitely would love to go international, and we have plans. We have been speaking to a few franchise owners who would like to take it. It is just the logistics as well as the production or manufacturing that we have to figure out. But yes.
Your bio says that you're an energy healer.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
I, after getting married, got into pranic healing. That was a very, very turbulent time for us because come from different cultures, families trying to accommodate us. We are trying to understand them. By the time we got into healing, so we got into a school of pranic healing, and we really learned how energies, subtle energies at the aura level work, and how do we work on them to heal ourselves and heal others. That gave us a lot of understanding about how our general character should be, being in business or generally in life. So I call myself an energy healer because I try and heal things or look at them from the energy perspective.
And what really changed after doing the pranic healing course?
Definitely, it made me a much better human being. The school is all about karma. It's not just about blind manifestation the way we are speaking about it. It's more about you taking the right action to achieve the right result. If you are in the right kind of energy frequency, then only you attract the right thing. It's just like two things trying to come together, but they are in completely different frequencies. They would not match. So I learned to understand myself better. I learned to understand how character development is really important when it is business. Be it your customers, you need to be in the right loving and kind energy. Be it your partner, be it the employees. Everywhere. The school is really fantastic and it has made a tremendous amount of change in my life.
What's the name of the school?
It's pranic healing.
Okay. And you basically have to be in alignment to attract the right people and work in life.
I think yes.
Yeah. In the episode we also noticed कि आप लोगों ने price point की बात की थी.
Right.
आपके product का price point और food industry के current trends के हिसाब से what do you think?
Recently I saw a reel also. There is a lot of talk about Indian mindset that is changing. A lot of food manufacturers or packaged food manufacturers are speaking from the point of view saying that customers' expectation of pricing minus the profit margin that you expect derives the quality of the product. That simply means अगर customer को एक product 10 रुपए में चाहिए और आपको 6 रुपए का profit चाहिए तो 4 रुपए में product बनाओ. This completely disregards the customer's value. This simply says that Indian customers do not deserve good products. We do not believe that. Yes, they said about pricing to us. We have not changed it. We have rather increased it because I believe एक कस्टमर के लिए प्रोडक्ट का क्वालिटी अप्रिशिएट करना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। एंड हम ये नहीं डिक्टेट कर सकते कि हाँ मार्केट का एक्सपेक्टेशन 10 रुपये है तो कस्टमर को बेकार चीज़ खिला दी जाए। We have always made sure that we are putting the best product possible and we have priced it accordingly. Genuine customers will appreciate quality. प्राइस माइंडसेट वाले कस्टमर डिस्काउंट्स ढूंढते ही रहेंगे, उसमें प्रोडक्ट का कुछ वैल्यू ही नहीं है। बट द स्टेटमेंट दैट इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स डू नॉट डिजर्व गुड प्रोडक्ट, आई एम completely against it. I think that has to change for sure.
And obviously, when there is good quality, you have to invest a little more. Now, talking about the Vidarbha Industry Association Awards, you won the best startup of the region.
Yes.
आपकी वीडियो काफ़ी क्यूट थी जो आप अपनी वाइफ के साथ जा रहे थे एंड यू वर डिस्कसिंग कि क्या पहन रहे हो अवार्ड्स में, एंड दैट वन आई सॉ. व्हाट डू यू थिंक, लाइक हाउ डिड यू फील फर्स्टली व्हेन बोथ ऑफ यू रिसीव्ड दिस अवार्ड? क्योंकि पूरे विदर्भ में बेस्ट स्टार्टअप ऑफ द रीजन इज़ अ वेरी बिग thing.
It was a really big honor and it happened really fast. We went through the entire overall evaluation process. We never thought, because there were companies which were much bigger in terms of scale, in terms of the number of years that they had operated. Winning amongst so many big organizations was a real delight. Never expected and a big honor. It opened a lot of gates. It gave us a lot of entries into a lot of new places as well as in people's mindset as well.
And what about the TEDx that you gave? You always wanted to give one, or it came as a surprise to you?
I was into public speaking because of the training, overall business that we were in. Never thought TEDx will happen so early. It was a wonderful experience. I could never become an engineer. My father always wanted me to become an engineer. When I went into VNIT and gave it, it was a dream come true for me. So overall, a fantastic experience.
It's like life came full circle.
Yes. They gave me an award that said, you are now part of VNIT. I showed it to my father saying that you wanted this to happen.
Also, what about the Z Business Award that you received for the MSME?
That was also a very different kind of an experience. We filled in the form, we sent all the documents to corroborate all the claims that we have had about the quality of the product as well as the sales that we had generated. Being a new brand in the category, everything was given. It so happened that the day we were shooting the Shark Tank episode, that is the day we were about to receive the award, and we just got to know about it 3 days before, and it was going to be shot on Z Business. So we were in the tank. We had to send a friend to receive it. He's in the video. Now it was a very different kind of an experience to see someone else receiving the award for us. But yes, a national award was experience definitely I would never miss.
We were talking about how a couple, when comes together, makes a much stronger brand. So what's your expertise and what is hers? Like, are you the numbers guy? Is she the marketing creative mind?
I would say I am mostly on the manufacturing side, trying to make the product because I come from that kind of a background. Similarly, I am more creative towards making designs or coming up with ideas. She is fantastic when it comes to evaluating the ideas, what really seems to be the customer's perspective. Very good with numbers. She manages the finances, she manages the marketing, and she manages the manpower better than me.
Any message you would like to give people who are in their 20s wanting to build their startup and take it to a bigger level?
I think it's a great thing to think about starting something on your own. I always have been asked this question, that finding the purpose of life. I always say only one thing. For some people it happens at the age of 13, like the great saints have achieved at a very early age. For some people it may happen at the age of 35. People get bogged down that I am not able to find it right now. It's not bad being in a job till that time, but you should really be ready to start a business when you feel that is your purpose. Hunting for just business and hustling is the word that I hear all the time. I don't think so. It is for everyone. It breaks a lot of people. So starting small, finding your own good spot and then getting into a business is the best way to do it. That is how I did it. I found it late in life. Nothing wrong.
Yeah. Would you like to advise on any 3 points that people who are already running an early stage startup should do? Maybe fresh out of college.
First idea that always I say is all about differentiation and positioning the product. As I said initially also, it's about what the customer thinks. I always give the parachute example. The moment you speak about coconut hair oil, the first brand that comes into your mind is Parachute. That simply means that space is already taken. So when you are launching a product or a business or a service, you should always think, does my customer feel there is a difference or not? If you don't have that, your struggles are gonna be exponential to establish yourself. Second, immense amount of patience. Third, try and as long as possible be bootstrapped, because that gives you more understanding, learning and control. The moment you get an investor involved, maybe your life becomes all about creating MIS and creating reports and proving a point that you are doing right. That may put you in the pressure of showcasing that you are doing good.
Yeah.
Rather, having more control, learning by yourself, going slow is not a bad idea at all.
And very early on, you don't feel like being answerable to someone.
Maybe yes.
As an entrepreneur, do you have any particular morning routine or something to get your day going?
I am into the ice cream business. So when we started, our stores used to close at around 3 o'clock. We would receive customer calls till 3 o'clock, 3:30 saying that has the product left the store. So for the first 3-4 years, our routine was sleeping at 4 o'clock, waking up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Now I'm trying to control much more. The business has settled to a level where I am able to take that liberty. So I would not very openly say that I have a routine. I am trying to get into the routine.
There's no shortcut to success, and the meaning of success changes at every age.
Right?
What's your definition for it?
I think at the end of it, I saw a beautiful video where they said that if you are not able to sit with yourself for 10 minutes at peace or even 2 minutes at peace, nothing is worth it. I am trying to achieve that balance where it's not just about achieving big money, it's about being at peace with what you are doing. And that is what I'm hunting for.
So any spiritual practice or praying, what do you do to...
I definitely have a lot of prayers. I have a lot of idea or a lot of faith in having faith in my dreams and my successes. And I work a lot on the principles of Bhagavad Gita, where I'm mostly talking about doing the right thing and then waiting for the result on its own to manifest by itself.
Yeah.
But always taking the right step is what I'm working towards all the time. Keeping myself in the right zone as much as possible.
What are the next growth opportunities associated with Licksters?
It has almost been 6 years. Now we have almost crossed 30 plus stores. New understandings and new learnings have come in. And to establish our brand in a big way, we are thinking of taking few more steps towards getting the brand into bigger cities. The challenge of getting into the bigger cities is you need a bigger space and the right location to establish yourself. So we are also exploring new franchising models apart from franchise owned, franchise operated. We are also going towards at least starting 5 to 6 stores in bigger cities in the franchise invested company operated models. That will give us much more control in operating the way we want, at the same time giving a fantastic customer experience which our product deserves. It is not a product that can be served in a parlor way where you just hand over a menu. It's a new category. So we would like to have that control. We would like to give the best service possible so that we are expanding in a rapid manner but with the right kind of impression in the market.
FICO क्या है?
FICO is franchise invested company operated model. That simply means एक investor आता है जो आपके business में idea में या आपके product में बहुत trust करता है और उस idea में invest करने को ready है. But for certain reasons he may not have the time to run the business by himself. So he would rather be a partner who's willing to spend money and get the business running because he trusts that the model is sound, the product is really right, but I would like someone else or the organization to run in the way they want to run it. That is called as franchise invested company operated model.
Now that we're towards the end of the episode, I'm very interested in knowing about your team and the Gen Z work culture.
Our team has grown and yes, I would say that it's really a very interesting thing that is happening with Gen Zs. Recently, I had a mail that I saw from an employee saying that because of personal problems, I am going through therapy and my therapist has advised some medication and because of the medication, if you find me sleeping in the office, please don't mind. And I did not know how to revert to that message. So the word therapy, the word medication has become a reality right now. I'm very sure they're facing their challenges. No denying. The world has become extremely competitive. In that competition, we have also found a few rough diamonds who are really doing well, coming up with real creative ideas, are willing to sit till late and are working really hard to achieve their big dreams. They would openly say that after a few years, they would like to start a business, but they are here for learning. And during that learning, they are not skipping all the steps. So there are both the sides. The other side is really beyond my understanding because we come from a very different generation जहाँ पे छुट्टी मांगने को डर लगता था. यहाँ पर छुट्टी अनाउंस हो जाती है कि सॉरी आई एम नॉट कमिंग. सॉरी तो मैंने ज़्यादा बोल दिया, सॉरी तो आता ही नहीं है. I will not be able to join is the only line and it's a statement. It's not a permission. And it has no regard if the team will suffer because of it or not. Yes. But I would not say that everybody is like that. So most of the team, thankfully for us, is really been really nice.
Thank you so much for doing this with us, Parimal. It was a pleasure having you.
Same here. Thank you so much for inviting me. And it was my first podcast. I enjoyed thoroughly. Thank you so much, Shagun.
Thank you.
Before I go, definitely like, share, and subscribe Breakthrough with Shagun.